Hello everybody, this is Frankie Day from Frankie Day Models. Okay, for this blunderbuss Saturday evening for you at 90 degrees, I have my entry for the Whirly group build. Yesterday I was watching Mr. Charlie Mack's video of his entry for a Whirly group build going down, so that got my attention. And I said to myself, well, Frank, you haven't built a Whirly long gone darn time. You haven't been a chopper madness for almost 3 years now. You're overdue. I said, I don't mind joining in. So I don't have an idea who the host is. Maybe Charlie makes the host. I really don't know. But I'll soon find out. But anyway, I'd like to join in. Now, as my entry, here's my entry here. I bought this about 4 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago at God, uh, Smitty's Hobby Shop, right before he closed down. This is no stranger to most modelers. Some of it is. This is a special hobby 148 scale Kiyosaki H-21 SHAWNEE, or Workhorse. This is the Vietnam version. Now, I looked this kit a while ago. The first time I've ever opened it up in 4 or 5 years since I bought this thing. And to my surprise, this is actually dealing with a multimedia kit. There's photo etch in this kit, there's resin parts in it, and also there's white metal. Yeah, white metal. And of course, styrene. And there's about 5 sprues to the kit. Give you the decals, give you 4 or 5 different deliveries. This thing can be made not only in Vietnam, it can be made as Army, or it can be made as Army. And we'll get into it right now. Here's the lock stop. It comes out of. I think I paid $64 for this thing. At 48 scale, I remember I built one of these things before, many years ago. I think it was an Aurora one. It must have been, what, about 65, almost 70 years ago. And I got that from my for Christmas present for my Aunt Edith. And it was all silver plastic. This is molded in gray plastic. Okay, just really menacing. For starters, this is your clear parts I give you. They're packaged nicely, neatly inside this baggie right here. And it's taped. Instead of cutting it with a knife, it's all taped, just pull it off. These came out of the bag a while ago. I was looking at it. And so that's sprue number 1 right there. These are all your clear parts. Now, here's your decal sheet. It contains 5 different deliveries on the kit. In the back of the sheet, here's your photo etch. Looks like some of the things been painted right there. Yes, they have. Stained or something, I don't know. But that's the photo etch right there. They're probably internal parts. Not quite sure that they are. Okay, here's your white metal. Here's your rotor arms right here. It has compression levers. You're going to change the pitch of your blades on those rotor arms. Oh, white metal here. It's heavy. Lastly, to complete the multimedia, is more resin parts in here. These parts don't have a clue what they are. It could be internal parts or exterior. I really don't know. But I'll get to it as I build the kit. Now, this box length is 14 inches long. At a scale 148, the fuselage length of this thing is probably around 60 feet, so it gives you about 13 inches of fuselage maybe. Yep, about 13 inches. Yep, about 13 inches. But you know that inch right there to where the cockpit pit, where the bubble fits on the cockpit, is 13 inches. So for 140 scale, it's pretty good size. Now, I built one of these things before by artillery at 1/72 scale. It was about like that. Very, very, very. It was a nice kit. It really was. It's really nice. It got destroyed. Ruthie was doing some dusting, and you leave a gear adrift, things get broken. And she didn't see it sitting there. And when she whacked it with that thing there, she's about she about cried. I don't worry about it, Ruth. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I shouldn't leave your adrift like that. I left it out because I was answering the phone or something, and I had it in my hand to do something with it. I said at a coffee table call about it. By the time she was doing some dusting. Anyway, this is your second sprue opposed to the clear sprues. Here's your fuselage, 13 inches in length, big. Number 3, here's your rotors, inner structures like your bulkhead. Here's where your pilot compartment's at, right there, bulkhead to your pilot compartment. And this probably goes aft. Right here, it looks like it goes through the impedance to your rotor, to your fuselage. We'll get that with the instructions. These instructions here are your rudder or vertical stabilizer parts, and also flight deck. You can see the detail right here on the rudders right there. Here's your flight deck right here. You can see the detail in it a little bit. I should have the camera here, but there you see the lines on there. That's all your. There you go. That's a good bingo right there. You let the light hit it a little bit. You guys get the idea. Right here is your undercarriage struts, also your aft fuselage impedance bulkheads with your teardrop shaped objects there. They fit after where your rear rotor goes at. You'll see it on the instructions. Last sprue contains horizontal and vertical stabilizers, and also more cockpit right here. This part here, these parts here is part of your module, which fits inside your the fuselage. How they design this thing? All the interior structures are built like a module. Less almost precisely like that of the Revell C-54 Skymaster. You had to build the internal structures and fit it inside the fuselage shells and close it up. That's what this is, same way. Okay. That completes all the sprues, plus the multimedia parts. Kit gives you 5 liveries to choose from in building this thing. You can build it United States Army in livery with the this one I'm going to build right here with the Army on it, the U.S. Army. This one's I saw in Vietnam. I've seen them also different green colors, tan, um, dark green, and middle green. And this here's all OD right here. This is livery 1 with the gray hash mark right down the center of the fuselage. Option number 2, red hash mark with the gray red hash mark. No logos other than the national insignia, which fits on top of the fuselage. And that one don't have a logo on there. No decals at all on this thing, except, yeah, that's awful strange. That's it. On the vertical stabilizer, you got your barrel number on there. Right here's all your stencils here. Your stencil instructions. Here's your Vietnam version, consists of the tricolor they used. Lastly, option 4 and 5. You get the red and gray hash mark with the national insignia on top of the fuselage. And on the vertical stabilizers, You get your barrel number on there. Here's the last option here. That's sticky top, gray hash mark on top. That's it. That's it. That's all she wrote, boys. Now we'll get to the instructions. Okay. In the beginning of the instructions, there's a part list. Contents inside this box. White metal parts, resin parts, photo etch parts, styrene parts, clear parts, everything's right here. You can check with the parts list on here if you're in doubt. Okay. And here's your paint call outs over here. And these parentheses through here. Parentheses. And these columns here. Okay, and the construction part is right now. Construction steps 1, 2, and 3 is the interior details, plus the buttoning up of the fuselage. Right here is the construction of the modular. You got your flight deck, and the piece I showed you, it fits inside your construction modular. It fits there. Now, before it's buttoned up, you got other parts got to go on here too before you button up the fuselage. You may want to put those on last because you'll be handling that fuselage, especially if you do a lot of filling and sanding here and there or not. So it's up to you. You got to attack this thing by making plans. Okay, let's see here. Should show you. Yeah, here we go. Got too ahead of myself. Yep, here it is right here, guys. This was looking for a while ago. That page must have got away from me. Right here, you can see all the interior. When it's all done, it fits right inside the fuselage. You can button your fuselage up. That'd be a step 4. Step 3 and 4, you button up your fuselage. Also, you add your interior parts to it too, whatever it needs, but you button it up. Step 5, 6, 7, and 8, your rotor arms, your door rails, miscellaneous parts, they all go there. Then step, I want to staple that together. 9 through 13 is the installation of your more exterior parts, plus your undercarriage. Step 14 is the construction of your rotor arms. And yeah, that's it. It also has a prototype down below, how it all got started and everything. All that good stuff in here. Instructions written in Ukraine, also in English. In Czechoslovakia or something. Czechs. This is a real nice kit. I've got to button this out of storage. Because like yesterday, you know, I got up to see if any new stuff coming up for you fellas, and I ran into Mr. Charlie Mack introducing the Whirly group build going on, and his entry was the 1/72 scale Belvedere, which was a transport chopper, similar like this, similar to this SHAWNEE right here I'm working on. Anyway, this is my kit I'm working on. By reviewing this kit very carefully, For the novice, should have no problem attacking this kit with supervision of an experienced modeler. That will help them out. Make sure you don't make mistakes because you got photo etch in here now. It don't take much to destroy photo etch. And you got resin parts got to be prepared, cut out, sanded down, and stuff. So a lot of work involved. And so this is not a novice kit, but judging the parts and the construction, a novice should have no problem attacking this thing. If he or she are very doubtful how the parts go, it's got to be under the tutelage and supervision of the skilled modeler. They can show her or him the ins and outs. Okay, I got that going down. My Dauntless is all finished. I got it over here. As you can see in the background, it's all done. And so there'll be a final reveal of that tomorrow. Supposed to be for today, but I also know dog-tired children. When I got off the job, it was hot, hot, hot today. It got to a temperature of 92 degrees, a lot of humidity kicking out. And that kitchen was about 126 to 127 degrees. It was hot. I was walking around with a napkin. I'm gonna get my hair cut off. I can't handle that heat. And outside it was hot, just hot. You got two different heats. You got a greasy, smoky heat in the galley, but outside you got pure humidity and fresh air heat out there. Ugh. So until I got home, I took a power nap. I crapped out for a good couple hours, and I started getting dusk outside. I said, "Oh shoot!" I promised the gang I have another final reveal. Oh, we'll have tomorrow. Okay, this is my entry for the group build, the Whirly group build. I might be starting on this maybe tonight. Okay, now as to the Halley bag, the Halifax Halley bag. Man, it's a filler roll I got. Wet dry sanded down real well. Top and bottom. Stabilizers not, the vertical stabilizers, the rudders are not glued down yet because they got to be painted black. So instead of masking that vertical stabilizer out and to get it to paint it black, I'm just going to go ahead and paint it black separately. That's what I like about this model right here. I can be able to paint this thing separately, sub-assembly wise. Next thing I'll do, I got to put the canopy on top of here, and I got to make maskings for that. When that's done, I'm going to take my liquid mask I have right here. I start masking down these little portholes through here. Also, I got the escape hatch windows, which they pop out. They got to be installed. And also, I'll put these on here. And also, it was I forget his last name. It says Uncle Walter used to buy these. Peter Crane or something. I forget his last name. Good God, he'll kill me for this. And his Uncle Walter used to work over here. I think this was the navigator compartment. And all the figures in this thing, they give you about seven figures. You got one guy you can see in there. He's there somewhere. There he is, right there. That's his office right there. And well, Uncle Walter is back there somewhere. Yep. No Halley bag. I got a 133 scale of this. It was a paper model by Fly Model, Govix Fly Model. It was big. Got a wingspan probably about a meter long. It's big. Down the carriage, they fold up. It took about 3-4 hours to paint those figures. I had to prime them first. Got the wings on the carriage down. The undercarriage they retract. inside there. I'll put a little filler right there around there. That got to be sanded down. Then once it's all sanded down, I'll go ahead and prime the model with black. And I'll go ahead and start painting her up. I can paint this wing at a time, paint the other wing at a time. I like this Airfix Halifax. It's good size. Like I say, what I like about it really much. See how deep those ring roots are inside there? It's perfect there. No filler. When the wing is all painted, done, you just pop them in there. Take it to a hobby show. Let it sit there like that. When you really want to take it home with you, pop up the wing, put it back in the box like right here, and it's magic. Okay, that's the conclusion of the inbox review. I'll put a special hobby 148 scale Kawasaki H-21 workhorse or SHAWNEE. Flying Banana. It was dubbed mostly before. Okay, that's it for it. The Whirly Bird is it for me. And I'm going to get me some chow and watch a good science fiction movie and hit the fart sack and go to work tomorrow. And so tomorrow, guys, stay tuned, stay posted for the final reveal for the Merritt 1/18th scale SBD-3 Douglas Dotless Sugar Baker Douglas Dive Bomber. It's coming at your way. So stay posted. I'll be out there. And probably by Tuesday, I have the Tamiya 148 scale Lancaster all done. And I'm going to be starting on my Stuka. Get that Stuka all painted up and done. Might be a live action job on that. And, go to something else. Okay, this is Frankie Day Models signing off. Make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely. Be aware of your surroundings. Bring out the old barbecue grill. Burn some steaks, hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken, whatever you want to do out there. And enjoy life. Gets too hot, grab yourself a kit. Grab yourself a beverage of your choice. Let the day take care of itself while you build a model. Enjoy your spritz. And enjoy life, guys. Enjoy life. Life's good to me. An old Frankie Day, this old crow wakes up every morning. I'm like this. Thank you, Jesus, for giving me another good day. He does. God takes care of me. He takes care of everybody. I had a buddy of mine said, well, every time I talk to God, I get no answer. You ain't going to get no answer. I said, he ain't supposed to. He listens. He works his magic through people. That's how it works. I inspire a lot of people now. So I don't know that. Yes, you do. That's how it works. God puts an imprint in everybody. It's called your conscience and your soul. You don't have a conscience, you don't have a soul, you're not human. And so people have feelings and have a conscience. There's a little bit of God in everybody. That's called a trademark. If you don't have a conscience, you don't have a soul. You're just a waste of God's work. Okay, I think to judge that way, but anyway, make a long story short, this is Frankie Day Models signing off. Stay posted to the final reveal for the Merritt 1/18th scale SBD Douglas Dive Bomber. Come your way, children. Keep cool. Stay out of the sun. It gets too hot out there. And none of this stuff drinking out there in the sun. That'll really, it's supposed to up your blood pressure and it's not good. So you get sunstroke and everything else goes through it. So please be careful out there and watch the young kids out there. Make sure they have fun. Take them to the pool. If you want to have a pool, do it my way. Take a garden hose out there, hook up your faucet, and spray everybody with it. That sounds like a fun thing to do. It worked for me. It'll work for you. This is Frankie Day for signing off for Frankie Day Models. Take care, children. Love you guys. Take care.